students. Today we are going to learn gait of animals. Gait of animals. Gait of animals. Okay. So text. It is a textbook. Gait of animals. Name of a text. Gait of animals. From this book, we taken from the book about earthworms, snail, cockroach, then fish, birds, snakes, etc. Okay, so we learn about these organisms or living things. First of all, we learn about earthworm. So we know that earthworm is a living thing which does not have bones. The earthworm does not have bones. The earthworm. First of all, earthworm. It does not have bones. It does not have bones. It does not have bones. And also the earthworm body is made up of certain muscles made up of rings. So many rings. The earthworm's body is made up of the earthworm's body is made up of rings. Okay. Then it has muscles. The earthworm has muscles. These muscles which helps the earthworm to extend and shorten their body. For moving. So we all see that earthworms in the soil. The earthworm is a farmer. Because it helps the farmers for growing the cultivation in a high speed. Okay. So here we learn about earthworm. So earthworm does not have. In this lesson we learn about the body movements of earthworm. So earthworm does not have bones. So its body is made up of rings. The earthworm's body is made up of rings. And also this earthworm have muscles in their body. It has muscles which helps to extend and shortens their body to move from one place to another. So in the earthworm has muscles, it helps to shortens and extends their body to move from one place to another. Okay. Then the repeating muscle expansion, the shortens and the expansion of their muscles, which leads to contraction and expansion of their muscles. Which helps the earthworm to move from one place to another. Okay. Then these earthworms moves through the soil. The earthworms move through the soil with the help of muscles. These muscles helps the muscles produce contraction and expansions. This helps the earthworm to move through the soil. Then and also its body secretes a slimy substance. The earthworm's body secretes a slimy substance which helps to movement, which help the movement of the earthworm, which help the movement of the earthworm. Once again about earthworm, the earthworm does not have bones. The earthworm does not have bones. The body of earthworm is made up of so many rings. The body of earthworm is made up of so many rings. Then it has muscles. The earthworm's body contains muscles. These muscles helps to extend and shortens the body of earthworm to move to for bringing the movement. Then it secretes a slimy substance. The earthworm secretes a slimy substance. This slimy substance helps to the movement, which helps to the movement. The secretion of a slimy substance helps the earthworm for the movement. Then, how does an earthworm fix their body parts, body in the ground? Yes, we know in the body of an earthworm. Under the body of an earthworm consists of large number of tiny bristles. Tiny bristles means tiny, small bristles. That bristles means a hair-like structure. Hair-like structure. The body, under the body of earthworm has so many tiny bristles. Tiny bristles present. Bristles means hair-like structure. Hair-like structure present. Hair-like structure. So many bristles present. Then these bristles are projecting outward. These bristles are projecting outward under the body of the earthworm. Okay, these bristles are connected with what? Muscles. These bristles are connected with the muscles, and also these bristles help to get a good grip in the good grip on the ground for the movement of the easy movement of the earthworm. Okay, all of you understood how does an earthworm fix their body parts to the ground for their movement from one place to another. Yes, under the body of an earthworm there are so many tiny bristles are present. Bristles means hair-like structures are present. These hair-like structures, so many tiny bristles are connected with the muscles. Okay, these bristles help the earthworm to get a good grip with the ground. So due to this, the earthworm move from one place to another. All of you understood? Yes. Next one. Then what the earthworm eats? The earthworm eats if it moves through the soil, it eats its way through the soil. Okay, then its body throws away the undigested part of the material that it eats from the soil. Then this activity of an earthworm makes the soil more useful for plants. So and also earthworm help the farmers. So this activity help the soil more fertile. The plants are grown faster and high yielding plants are grown if the soil contain more earthworms. Okay. Once again about earthworm. Earthworm is the earthworm's body movements. Here earthworm does not have bones. And its body is made up of several rings. And it has muscles. The body of earthworm contains muscles which helps the earthworm to shorten and extends their body to move from one place to another. And also the earthworm's body secretes a slimy substance which helps to the movement. Next one, how does an earthworm fix their body part to the ground? The earthworm's body, under the body of earthworm contains so many tiny bristles. Bristles means hair-like structure. These projecting outward. These bristles are projecting outward under the body of earthworm. These help the earthworm to this helps the earthworm to get a easy grip, to get a good grip with the ground. Good grip with the ground. Then what is eaten by the earthworm? The earthworm eats its way through the soil. Then the earthworms throw out the undigested. The earthworms throw out the undigested materials that it eats from the soil. This activity, the throwing out of undigested materials, this activity helps the helps the growing of plants. It give more fertile to the soil, and also the earthworm helps the farmers. Okay. Next we learn about another animal, snail. Another animal. Which animal? Yes, we learn about snail. 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 About snail. Yes, we all see, observed about snail. We can see the snails from our surroundings during rainy or monsoon season. Okay, we are very irritated to see snails from our surroundings because its structure is like that. So we can see a rounded structure is the rounded structure, or a shell-like structure is present on the back of snail. It carries, that shell carries always on the back of snails. The snails carries these shells everywhere. Then so it has a slimy body. It has a slimy body. Then so it is very irritated to see and touch the snail because it has a slimy body. It has a slimy body. The snail has a slimy body. It has a slimy body. It has a slimy body. It has a slimy body and it does not have bones. It has a slimy body and snails does not have bones. Does not have bones. The snails does not have bones. Okay. Next, then if we look at snail, we can see that a shell is present on the back of snail, and it is the outer skeleton of the snail. It is the outer skeleton of the snail. Then the shell of the snail does not help in movement. It is the shell of the snail does not help in movement, and also it has to be carried along. It has to be carried along. Then the foot of the nail. The foot of the snail is a thick structure. The foot of the snail is a thick structure and is made up of strong muscles. The foot of the snail. Foot of snail. Foot of snail is a thick structure. The foot of snail is a thick structure. The foot of snail is a thick structure. The foot of snail is a thick structure, and also it is made up of muscles. 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 Okay. So about snail, then another animal about snail. It has a slimy body. The snail has a slimy body. It does not have bones. The snails does not have bones, but it has muscles. Then we can see a shell-like structure is present on the back of snail. Then these shells is carried along with the snail. It does not help any movement. The shell which do not help the snail for any type of movements. Then the foot of a snail. The foot of snail is a thick structure. also it is made up of several muscles. It is made up of muscles. It is made up of muscles. Then a muscular organ called foot helps in locomotion. That means in snails, the muscular organ that is present in the foot of snail, which helps the snail in locomotion. The muscular organ present in foot, muscular organ present in foot, foot of a snail, helps in locomotion. Okay, children, here we learn about snail. The muscles or organ present in foot of a snail helps in locomotion. Next, we learn about the animal cockroach. We all know about cockroach. In our houses, we can see lots of cockroaches. So, we learn about cockroach. Okay. Here, we know that cockroach just walk and climb as well as fly in the air. The cockroach can walk, then climb as well as fly in the air. So they have 3 pairs of legs. The cockroaches have 3 pairs of legs. Thus, these 3 pairs of legs help in walking. In cockroaches, we know that the cockroaches can walk, climb and fly, even fly in the air. And these cockroaches have 3 pairs of legs. The cockroaches have 3 pairs of legs. These legs help in walking. These legs help in walking. Then the body of cockroach is covered with a hard outer skeleton. The body of cockroach is covered with a hard outer skeleton. Then this skeleton is made up of number of plates joined together, and that permits movement. Number of plates like a structure. Plates joined together. So these plates helps in movement in cockroach. These plates helps in the locomotion of cockroach. These plates help in locomotion in cockroaches. Okay, once again about cockroach. The cockroaches can walk, then climb and even fly in the air. Then these cockroaches have 3 pairs of legs. These legs helps in walking. In cockroaches, the 3 pairs of legs help in walking. Then the body of cockroach is covered by an outer skeleton, and this outer skeleton is made up of several number of plates. These plates join together and which helps in the movement of cockroaches. Then there are 2 pairs of wings is present in the cockroach's body. Then these wings are attached to the head of cockroaches. Then the cockroaches have different types of muscles. Different muscles are present. These muscles are present near the legs, and also it helps to the movements of the legs and for walking, and the body muscles move with the wings when the cockroaches flies. Once again about cockroaches. The cockroaches can walk, then climb, and they fly in the air, can fly in the air. Then they have three pairs of legs. Three pairs of legs. Cockroaches have three pairs of legs, which helps in walking. Which helps in walking. The three pairs of legs in cockroaches helps in walking. Okay, next one. The cockroach's outer skeleton contains several many plates. These plates join together. These plates join together and helps. These many plates helps in movement. Movement of the cockroach. These plates helps in the movement of the cockroach. And also, many plates join together. These plates helps in movement. Okay. Then the plates are. Then there are different types of muscles present in the cockroach's body. The muscles present in the cockroach's body, which these muscles are attached to the neck or the head of the behind the head of cockroaches. Then and also we can see two wings are present on the body of cockroaches. So here these wings helps to fly in the air. This wings helps to fly in the air. So the muscles present in the cockroach's body is attached in the wings and legs. So these muscles present near the legs helps in walking, and the muscle present near the wings helps in flying. Okay, next we learn about birds. Next we study about birds. Yes, we know that birds can fly in the air, and also they all walk in the ground. Then we can say that their bones are hollow and light, so they can fly in high distances. The bones of birds are hollow and light, so they can fly in high distances. Then the bones of the hind legs are typical for walking and perching. The body parts of the forelimbs are modified as wings in birds. Then their shoulder bones are very strong, and the breast bones are modified to hold the muscles of flight, which are used to move the wings up and down. So all of you listen here. The bones of birds are hollow and light. The bones of birds are hollow and light, so they can fly at large distances, high distances. Then their body parts of the forelimbs of birds are modified into wings. Forelimbs of birds modified as wings. Then their shoulder bones. The shoulder bones of birds are very strong. Then their breast bones are modified to hold the muscles of flight, which are used to move the wings up and down. That means the forelimbs of birds modified as wings. So in the wings, the muscles are attached with the wings. their wings up and down directions. Up and down directions. Okay. All of you understood about birds? Once again, the bones of birds are hollow and light, so they can fly in large or high distances. And also their body parts of four limbs are modified as their wings, and muscles are attached to their wings, and so this muscle helps the birds to fly and also helps the birds wings to move in the up and down directions. Moves the birds wings into in the up and down direction. Okay, next we learn about another animal, fish. Learn about fish. Fish. Okay, we all know about fish. We can see fishes in ponds, rivers, oceans, lakes, etc. Here, the shape of a boat, if we know that if all the children like to make paper boats and flowing the boats in the water during rainy seasons. Okay, here the boats are flowing or floating on the water. Like this, the fishes are moving in the water very easily. So it helps their body shape. The movement of fish in water helps their body shape. So their body shape, so variety of body shape present in fishes. So that body shape is called streamlined body shape. Streamlined body shape. Body shape has fishes. Streamlined body. So this streamlined body shape help the fishes to move easily in water. Then we can observe, we can see that the head and tail of fishes are smaller than the middle portion. The middle portion is very larger and the head and tail is very smaller. Okay. Then this body shape, that body shape is called a streamlined shape. So this shape is such that water can flow around it easily and allow the fish to move in water. This streamlined body shape of fishes helps the fish. The streamlined body shape helps the fish to move easily in water. Then the skeleton of the fish is covered with strong muscles. The skeleton of the fish is covered with what? Is covered with the muscles. The skeleton of the fish is covered with the muscles. Then during the time of swimming, the muscles make the front part of the body curve to one side. The muscles make the front part of the body in a curved shape. Then the tail part swings towards the opposite side in the curved shape, like this. If a fish moves, if the front part of the fish moves like a curved shape, and the tail part moves like a curved shape in the opposite direction. Like this, the fishes move. This make this curved shape movement in the tail and head shape. The opposite curved shape movement takes place in a fishes makes a movement in the forward directions. Then this like the fishes moves in water, so they can move easily swim in water. And also the fishes have fins. Fishes have fins on their body. Fishes have fins on their body. on their body, which help to keep the balance of the body, which helps to keep the balance of the body and to keep direction in during swimming, and also to keep direction during swimming, direction during swimming. Then next, once again about the movement of fishes. We know that the fish has a different body shape. So its head and tail is smaller than that in the middle portion. So the body shape is called streamlined body shape, which helps the fishes to swim easily in water. And also the skeleton of the fish is covered with the muscles. Then skeleton of the fish is covered with the muscles. During swimming, the muscles present in the skeleton of the fishes makes the head portion in a carved shape like movement, and also at that time the tail portion makes a carved shape movement in the opposite direction. This type of movement makes a easy forward push in the push on the body of the fishes, which helps the fish to swim in water. And also the fishes have fins. The fins help the fishes to keep a body balance, and also which helps to keep the directions. Okay, and then next we learn about the movement of snake. Movement of snake. About another animal, snake. This Gait of Animals is a name of book written by Aristotle. Okay, here next we learn about another animal, snake. Another animal, snake. We know that we know how the snakes, which type of movement takes in snakes, slither type movement, like movement takes movement used by the snakes. Okay, next about the body movement of the snake. The snakes have a long backbone. Snakes have a long backbone. And also they have many thin muscles. They are far from, each muscles are far from one another. And they are connected to each other, and also they are far from one another. Then the muscles are interconnect with the backbone, ribs and skin. The muscles are present, thin muscles. The snakes have many thin muscles. These thin muscles are situated far from one another, and also these muscles are interconnected with the backbone, ribs and skin of snakes. Then next one, the snake's body curves into many loops. The snake body curves into many loops like this. The snake's body curves into many loops. The snake's body curves into many loops. So each loop of a snake gives it a forward push. Each loop makes a it gets a forward push. Each loop give a forward push to snakes. Okay. Next step, if each loop gives a forward push, if it pressing the ground. Each loop gives a forward push to snakes. Okay. Next step is long body makes many loops, and each loop gives this push. So the snakes moves forward very fast, and also the snakes not move in a line, and also the snakes not move in a straight line. Okay, once again about the movement of snake. We know that we learned that the snake have long backbone and also they have thin muscles. These thin muscles are situated far from one another, and also these thin muscles are interconnected with the backbone, ribs and skin of a snake. Then we know that the body of snake contains several loops, several curves. Then each loops gives a forward push to the snake. If each loop pressing the ground gives a forward push to the snakes. So we can say we know that a snake has long body. So this long body makes several loops. So each loop gives a forward push if it pressing the ground. So it move faster on the ground, and it is not moving a straight line. Its body have curved shape loops. So many loops are present. Each loop is pressing against the ground. Each loop giving a forward push to the snake's body. So it moves faster. In the curved direction. It does not move in a straight line. Okay. So in your textbook, the movement in a snake is given. So the loops gives a forward push to the snake. So it moves faster. Forward moves gives. So it moves very fast, and it is not traveling a straight line. Okay, all of you understood about the movement of snake. So our lesson is over. What all things we learned today? To learn about the gait of animals. Gait of animals is a book of Aristotle, book of the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle, in his book Gait of Animals. This is a book of Aristotle, Gait of Animals. From this book we discuss about the movement of the different animals like watch, earthworm, snail, cockroach, fish, birds, then snakes. Okay, next we move on to the exercise portion. Okay, fill in the blanks. First one, fill in the blanks. Joints of the bones help in the dash of the body, movement of the body. A combination of bones and the cartilages forms the dash of the body, skeleton. The bones at the elbow are joined by a dash joint, hinge joint. The contraction of the dash pulls the bones during movement, muscle. Next, true or false? The movement and locomotion of all animals is exactly the same. False. Not same. It is different in different animals. The cartilages are harder than bones. False. The cartilages are not harder than bones. Finger bones do not have joints. False. Finger joints. Have joints. There are 3 joints are present in a finger. The forearm has 2 bones. True. Cockroaches have an outer skeleton. True. Next, match the column. Upper jaw is an immovable skeleton, immovable joint. Then fish have fins on the body, and also fish have a streamlined body. Ribs protect the heart, internal part of our body. Then snail has an outer skeleton and also shows very slow movement. Then cockroaches can fly in the air. And next, what is a ball and socket joint? What is a ball and socket joint? The rounded end of one ball is attached to the cavity of the other ball. Such a joint allows the movement in all directions. Such type of joint is called a ball and socket joint. Which of the skull bones are immovable? Yes, upper jaw. Why can our elbow not move backward? Sorry, upper jaw is immovable joint. The lower jaw is the movable joint. Why can our elbow not move backwards? Our elbow cannot move backwards because it have a hinge joints which only allow back and forth directions, back and forth movement. Okay, our lesson is over. All of you study well, then write the notes properly in your notebooks. Then if you have any doubts, ask me. Then after writing your notes, then take a photo and send it to me. Some children are saying all notes correctly. So all of you send your notes to me. Okay, thank you.